Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Aggie News. I'm Grant Coleman.
And I'm Kayla Collier. First today, the Drug Enforcement Administration issued a new warning about a newer, highly lethal drug, rainbow fentanyl, and it's causing rising concern for young people.
Multicolored pills, powder, and blocks look very similar to candy or sidewalk chalk. On the Hill, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer held up a bag of the opioids next to Smarties candies.
There have been reports of first responders overdosing or experiencing some of the side effects of fentanyl simply from handling the substance. Medical experts say it's not that simple. Nonetheless, it is a highly potent and dangerous drug.
North Carolina A&T hit a record number of students this year. Taryn McNeil explains how this growth has negatively impacted freshman students.
As the number of students enrolled at North Carolina A&T increases, many students find themselves without on-campus housing like this. Over 13,000 students are currently enrolled at A&T, which is the highest population the university has seen in years. This number includes nearly 3,000 freshman students. Many of these new Aggies, like Taylor Richardson, spent the first few months of freshman year living in a hotel.
I stayed in the Sheraton Hotel, and we stayed in like a 2-bedroom room, me and my roommate.
Richardson explains how isolating living in a hotel became.
I wasn't really able to communicate with my freshman class because, we were separated from campus, so we didn't really know about a lot of the events going on, and sometimes it'd be Instagram, sometimes it wouldn't be on social media.
Dr. John Lowney, Executive Director of Housing and Residence Life here at A&T, reassures that the misconception of a housing shortage is false. Lowney states that A&T houses more than 50% of the undergraduate population. In Greensboro, Taryn McNeil, Aggie News.
Freshman year, we all participated in Healthy Brothers, Healthy Sisters. This year, they put a spin on teaching students how to stay healthy and safe.
Welcome to Aggie Life, for your favorite RAs.
Healthy Brother, Healthy Sister collab with the Student Health Center to bring the game of life to life. Students got the chance to go around campus and choose their own decision on how to live their Aggie life. Senior Michaela Massey gave the inside scoop on the game.
The Student Health Center is hosting an event called Aggie Life, and with Aggie Life, we have students going around playing the game of life in real life. At the end, we're offering them t-shirts, food, and it's really just a chance for students to get to know campus, have fun, and enjoy the game of life.
Now, if you missed out on this Healthy Brother, Healthy Sister event, no worries, because there will be plenty more in the future. For Aggie News, I'm Kendall Ryan.
Orgs on campus are also talking about healthy relationships. Kendall Ryan shares how Midwest Aggies are having the conversation.
The Midwest Aggies brought different Midwest cultures together to talk about healthy dating advice. The meeting took place Thursday, September 22nd at 6:30 p.m. It was an open panelist discussion covering topics from gender roles in a relationship to toxic relationship traits and many more. Vice President of Midwest Aggies and mediator of the meeting, Khadijah Harris, recaps the night.
We had a healthy dating practices panel. It was a collaboration between Midwest Aggies and Kingdom of Youth. We were able to have an open discussion with the attendees and the panelists. We were able to see a bunch of different perspectives about different dating practices and patterns in today's society. We talked about social media. We talked about different aspects that contribute to failed relationships and aspects that contribute to healthy relationships. And it was a good way for everyone to see a bunch of different perspectives and take that with them as they left.
Students got a chance to ask questions and talk freely on their opinions, also while making connections with their peers. For Aggie News, I'm Kendall Ryan.
If you're in need of food or professional clothes, the Aggie Source Food Pantry is here to support students. Aggie Rack was launched in spring 2021 as a way to give students access to free professional attire. That way, students are prepared for career fairs, interviews, networking events, and the workplace. They have suits, blazers, skirts, button-downs, and more. The rack and pantry are located next to Barbie Hall.
Coming up, what to add to your watch list and a major HBCU controversy.
If you have a story for Aggie News, send us a note. We'll be right back.
It's no secret Americans love true crime, and the film adaptations of true murders often trend on Netflix. Filmmakers have to balance telling the stories with the trauma of victims and their families, which has made the latest Netflix docuseries quite controversial.
This past week, Netflix has released two controversial projects with the Dahmer series and Blonde, a Marilyn Monroe biopic. Both of these projects glorify horrific acts while demonizing the victims, which begs the question, is social media becoming desensitized? In the case of Dahmer, some are trying to retell his story as if he was a victim in his own right, even going as far as making memes out of him, while Monroe has become sexualized once again 50 years after her death. With all that being said, I stepped into the home of social media manager Hakeem Shabazz to get his thoughts on social media and its monetization of tragedy.
Like 70-30 about it, because for the 30%, I do feel like certain things like this need to be documented, as in the way that true crime does things, or criminal minds, or things of that nature. Things need to be documented and need to be presented to different generations so they can understand what has happened in the past and what could possibly happen in the future.
Another popular but dark Netflix series is You, and it's back with season 4.
So the season 4 trailer of the hit Netflix show called You was just released. Some fans are eager about its return, while others are more critical. Let's see what this fan has to say.
No, I don't think there should have been another season. I feel like the ending of season 3 was perfect to the whole love story.
The show is about a mysterious man in a new town with a sketchy past and an unpredictable future when it comes to finding love.
I'm happy this new season. Like, it's not going to end until I feel like Joe finds the one. So, I think he's still on the hunt, and I hope she's the one, but if she's not, it's going to be season 5.
Make sure to catch the premiere on February 10th on Netflix. I'm Biljana Garland.
Someone got the jump on one of the most anticipated game releases. Mark Johnson has the story.
Halo 5 is one of the most popular video game releases ever. Releasing back in 2013, it is the third highest grossing video game of all time. With that being said, there is much anticipation for a sequel, so much so that it caused the biggest leak in gaming history. With my surface level knowledge of gaming and the situation in general, I decided to make a trip.
So we stopped out here at GameStop to get some thoughts and opinions from an employee on the biggest hack in gaming history with the hack and leak of GTA 6.
I don't know, it was kind of crazy. They said the dude who hacked Uber a couple years back, which is wild, but I don't know, from the videos I've seen, it looked like cool gameplay. It looked like it's going to be interesting, but I mean, they're probably going to push it back now. I heard he got arrested too, young kid, 16, I don't know where, but yeah, that's tough. I was looking forward to it.
He said they did end up arresting the assailant, who happened to be a 17-year-old boy from the UK, who also may be linked to an Uber hack. Seems like he was living Grand Theft Auto for real. Rockstar Gaming issued a statement, but there's still no news or pushback on the future release date of the most anticipated game of all time.
HBCU culture only be at HBCUs? A new majorette team at the University of Southern California that went viral sparked a major debate across social media and even made a debut on the Jennifer Hudson Show.
Last week, Princess Isis Lang created a majorette team at the University of Southern California, which is a PWI, and it's facing backlash as many HBCU students feel that HBCU culture should stay at HBCUs.
I think that is a really good thing that they do have majorette teams. It shows that HBCUs are making an impact on the world, and we're influencing other schools and other people into our tradition and our culture. But also, I do find it, a bit strange, a bit weird.
At HBCUs, majorette dancing is a combination of dance styles, including hip-hop, bucking, and J-setting, which was made popular by Jackson State University's Prancing J-sets.
I feel like majorette should be the originality that HBCUs only have. That's the reason HBCUs are created, so we can stand together as one.
Many on social media felt Lang stole HBCU-style majorette, specifically Jackson State's, even though she attends a PWI where their majorette style is more traditional with jazz and baton twirling.
So, although I do find it flattering that they want to be us, I feel like HBCUs should just keep majorettes to themselves.
Reporting for Aggie News, I'm Gabby Hayward.
There's another cornerstone of HBCU culture we have to talk about, and that's homecoming.
Yes, it's that time. Winston-Salem State kicked off homecoming season last week. Unfortunately, several events canceled because of severe weather from Hurricane Ian, including their game against Lincoln University. Other HBCUs are celebrating or gearing up for their week of events, parties, and old friends. Aggies have some time to prepare. GHO is the last week of October.
But if you haven't already, get your tickets. If they're not already sold out, they're getting close. This is the first full GHO since 2019.
That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's edition of Aggie News. I'm Kayla Collier.
And I'm Grant Coleman. Have a great fall break.